Alright, so this one is going to be the blending version of it. If you have missed some of my previous blending, non-blending comparison type of stuff, basically I can have this captured at 60 frames per second, technically 59.94 approximately. Just the way shit works. But YouTube only shows videos up to 30 frames per second. So there's two practical ways to deal with this. The first is, well, let's say you didn't even know that and you upload your video at 60 frames per second. YouTube just shows every other frame, basically, so that it's 30 frames per second. So the two practical things to do would be either to blend every couple frames together, and what that does for you is I'm actually killing shit. I'm not really trying very hard because I'm trying to talk, but I'm doing surprisingly well this time. So anyways, the two things you can do are either ignore every other frame yourself to get 30 frames per second, or to blend each couple frames together, which basically gives you a motion blur, so that it looks a little better for stuff that's moving, but it looks like motion, particularly fast moving things, look like they move smoother, but basically everything is blurry unless it's perfectly still relative to the camera. So it's a trade-off that probably the best way to do it depends on the game, but that's actually pretty sad. I just set my new highest score. I've scored higher, but I wasn't connected to Xbox Live, so it didn't count. But anyways, so blending for sort of a motion blur, but doesn't look quite as good for certain things. They look blurrier, and the blurriness looks even worse oftentimes, just because it when the video gets compressed, you lose even more detail. So definitely seems to look better and like sharper and stuff for non-blended, but like I keep saying, motion looks better when it's blended, and you aren't missing every other frame. So that's why I'm trying both, and yeah, I've talked too long on this video. It's already past 7 gigabytes. I'm gonna stop it here.